First time in a long time, but back like I never left. Taking these things as it comes, you know me, I don't read ahead. Watch me burn down everything, BBE on the TV set. When I'm in control on the road, you can never really know what's up next.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Braden Herrington here with Davie Portman for upNXT. You found us at postwrestling.com, whatever podcast app you're choosing to use. And of course,
we are live on youtube.com/postwrestling. Hello, YouTube room. How are we doing?
Hello, worldwide. Postmarks, NXT, friends. Worldwide. Hello, everybody. It's Tuesday, November the 11th, Remembrance Day, lest we forget. And Veterans Day as well for our American friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a British day too?
It's Remembrance Day in the
Remembrance
UK.
Day, of course. Yeah. Yes. Well, a day of remembering. WWE showing us a Veterans Day package, of course, today. We love our vets. I like the other vets too. They fix animals too. I like all vets. I'm a big fan of all the vets, like worldwide. So I'm going to shout out all Vets Day too for them as well. But yes, hello everyone. We're going to talk about some NXT and so much more here at Post Wrestling. What's going on?
Not much. Been watching a lot of wrestling today for upNXT and for our Patreon and stuff. But yeah. Yeah, it's cold in the city. There's that.
It's cold in the six. It is.
Yeah.
The winter has hit us this week out of nowhere. Just one of the earliest snowfalls we've had, and it hasn't stopped. Although it's still that wet snow. It's not a whole lot on the ground.
I got an Amazon order through today. I ordered a bunch of coats on Amazon just to see if any are decent enough. I haven't opened them yet. Probably going to send a bunch back. But I decided this year I needed a new winter's coat. Right. It's kind of fallen apart a bit, and I thought I'd have a little longer to look for them, but yeah, here we are.
Yeah, get your winter coats, your winter boots out. It's the time of year. You gotta stay warm, unless you live somewhere warm and you're listening, and you're like, yeah, I don't do that. We don't wear coats. Although I heard it's actually really cold in Florida. We're gonna talk about NXT, and I know a lot of wrestlers live down in Florida, and I've seen across social media the last few days that also. I saw lots of wrestlers at EDC, and then other wrestlers were saying it's cold. So I'm not quite sure because
I just saw a video of Britt Baker going off and saying it's cold? She doesn't know what's happened because she's from Pittsburgh and it gets really cold there. But she's like, it's 52 degrees and it's freezing. I did the math. It's 11, 12 degrees Celsius, which
freezing.
I would take right now. But sometimes it's different. There's different types of cold. There's damp cold or dry cold, and especially if you're not used to it, not acclimatized. I get it.
Seasons are nice. You get snow. Snow can be quite kind of beautiful once in a while. It's when it's slush is when there's a problem.
I do
slush.
I do like kind of this time of year where it's, if you want to be lazy, if you well, not even lazy, just recharge. It's so hard in the summer to have a day in because I feel guilty. If I'm today, I'm just going to chill at home, watch some movies, lounge about, and I look outside and it's the most beautiful day ever. It's fuck. Well, I should probably go and do something. Whereas I like having a lazy day when it's just shit outside and being all right, well, what else am I going to do?
Because the snowfall really did happen on Sunday, and Sundays we usually record Poisonrana live. You should listen to it if you haven't already. And we were recording that show in the afternoon, and we were talking about oh man, look at all this snow that's just hitting our city, and we had plans to go out, and it's on the day that most people were yeah, we're staying in on this lazy Sunday because it's a snowstorm. We were no, there's a wrestling show on, and we still ventured out into the snow. My Uber was dude, where are you going? Why are you going out? I'm just drive me to the wrestling show, drive me to the brewery.
I mean, it's not end of the world weather, is it? It's a bit of snow. We can cope with it. It was good. Tomorrow. We went to Northern Crown 7 at Blood Brothers Brewery, hashtag new champ. But once again, really fun show. Really recommend anyone if you're in the Toronto area and you want to see some independent wrestling. They put on a great show. We've had a blast. I think this is the third or fourth one we've been to now, and every time have had a great time.
Yeah, if you are in the Toronto area or Ontario and you're looking for some indie shows to go check out, we always love to shout out and support our local independent pro wrestling. And these dudes at Northern Crown, man, they've been putting on bangers. And what's even cooler is it's inside a brewery, Blood Brothers, which is a popular joint in Toronto, in the city. So this is like a match made in heaven for us. We get to drink some really good beer and then watch some really good wrestling. And the wrestlers are always top notch. A lot of the local guys, and then once in a while they'll bring in other people. But I don't think I've ever seen a weapons. What was it? A fans bring the
bring your own weapons match.
Yeah, bring your own weapons was Pretty Ricky versus was it Thunderstein? And
Bruce Thunderstein.
Yeah, and Pretty Ricky. And I was leaving the house. I'm like, oh, I don't know what weapons I have lying around. And then in quotations on their poster for this match, it was like, but like no guns.
Yeah.
Which is like, yeah, it's Canada. Yeah. So your friend brought like some like fake police baton from her.
So she just had a Halloween party and she had like this SWAT outfit. So bought the police baton. I slid it in the ring. It wasn't used, but
gave it to them.
I felt like a heel manager trying to slip in a foreign object.
So like I was thinking to myself, like trying to be creative, but I didn't have enough time to think about it. It was like the day of that I learned about this. So I'm like, okay, for the next time, what cool or funny weapons could you bring to a wrestling match? And they had some great ones. Someone brought hot sauce. So they gave him a bottle of hot sauce, and then he's like pouring it in his face and his mouth and stuff. I think we were chanting, pour it down his pants, but we're just sadistic.
Yeah.
And then I started hearing like a bzzz, and I was like, okay, either someone brought a vibrator to this, which would be a very interesting weapon. Instead, it was not that. It was a tattoo gun. And Thunderstein tattoos Pretty Ricky in the dick. It was one of the greatest spots I've seen in wrestling. So it was just a great day. I was so happy we traveled through the snow to go watch some great wrestling at Northern Crown. So loved it.
It's funny you say about it said fans bring your own weapons, just no guns.
Yeah.
For some reason, this has to be the worst catchphrase I've ever heard. Steve Macklin was on the show, and I quite like Steve Macklin. Like
the Forgotten Son.
We've seen him a few times. He has some good hoss fights, but kept on going. Does anyone have a gun? And we're like, is that your catchphrase? Like, and as you yelled out, no, we're in Canada.
We're in Canada.
But,
and a few people were like, yeah.
But just a weird catchphrase. It's up there with everybody dies, I think, as just a weird choice.
Right. Everybody, Lance Archer. Yeah. I guess it's like his gimmick here is Steve Macklin. Like this was kind of a TNA, WWE or AEW kind of thing where he's TNA International Champion.
Yeah.
And he's defending it on an indie show. So look, there's national championships being defended worldwide. But yeah, no, always support local wrestling when you can. It's a whole lot of fun. And if you're in the city, Northern Crown, the next one, I'm not quite sure when it is, but when it is announced, you can definitely guarantee we will be there. But give them a follow on Insta if you got it. But we also are big friends and big fans of Demand Lucha, and they're doing a very Lucha Christmas very, very soon. What is it? The Nightmare Before Lucha.
Right. Yes.
And that's going to be awesome. So I know that one's November 20th in Parkdale on a Thursday. So catch us there as well. They always knock it out the park. So it's a little early for Christmas, but maybe that will be the night that kicks us into the Christmas spirit. We'll have to see. But yeah, always fun at Demand Lucha and all the wrestling in the city. We did do a show on Sunday, Poisonrana Live. Go check it out. We went live on YouTube at 2 p.m. and then the audio is up on the free feed. Search Poisonrana Pod in your podcast app or YouTube or Insta, Twitter, Facebook, whatever it is. Give us a follow and check out all the other shows. We talked all about AEW and the preview for Blood and Guts, which is happening tomorrow, plus some full gear chat, as well as some war games kind of previewing, talking a bit about that.
Yeah, talked a little bit about the Ridge Holland situation and everything there.
The 3-minute match on Collision.
Yes,
we talked about that as well,
which even more's coming out of.
Yeah,
like that one's just bizarre to me because you had like all day. It was like, you know, from those two, from Nixon Newell, etc. was like, oh, if you only knew what happened, I can't wait till I tell you my story. I emojis, all that. And what was reported was they didn't want to lose in 3 minutes, so they left. And then they're like, yeah, so basically they said, you're going to lose in 3 minutes, so we left. It's like, okay, you're saying don't believe everything you read on the dirt sheets, yet you're absolutely confirming everything that the dirt sheets have said. But yeah, like I don't think a good career move from them. And as I said, we spoke about this on Sunday, but a bit more has come out from them since.
Yeah, like you hear stories through the years of wrestling, like, oh, I got it, you know, get your shit in. You got 2 minutes, you got 3 minutes to just be, you know, go job out. And look, this I'm not familiar with the tag team partner or the, I guess, partner in real life, as it seems. I knew who Tegan Knox was, and I'm like, I know familiar with her, but then she hasn't done a whole lot. She wasn't necessarily a big deal in WWE. She was riddled with injuries, which is super unfortunate, but like there was a lot of high hopes for her at the time. But to then hear this story of like, oh, we didn't want to do this, but it's no harsh words. And yeah, I I can't imagine they get booked on who would want to book them after something like that comes out. And seeing some of the stuff,
they'd hate the speed tournament, wouldn't they?
Yeah, 3 minutes, no way, come on. Just kind of weird. Like, yeah, you're being put on TV. I haven't even seen these two wrestle in years. It's just so weird.
I think so much is attitude as well. Yes, okay, you might think I was in WWE, I should have more than this, but like you hear about, you know, when Kevin Owens, etc., all got signed by WWE, they were still building the ring. Mm-hmm. And that kind of thing isn't like to necessarily be like, hey, you should really know how to build the ring. It's to see your attitude and see how you are working with other people. And if you are someone you want to be bringing back and working with. And I think to have that kind of attitude, like you're not Mercedes Moné, you know, like you're not on that level. You haven't made that name for you. You haven't carved out that name for you. I think it's such a poor look. Like
we talked about on Sunday, like, yeah, look at the Swerve thing. Like that dude did anything what was asked, and the cream rises to the crop, and he got pushed. Willow Nightingale, same thing. She was enhancement talent. Like half the people that are big stars right now have like kind of came in as like people to put other people over. So,
you know, so I'm laughing because I think eventually if we ever get a merch store going again, we need a cream rises to the crop t-shirt.
Is that what I just said again?
Yeah, I say it all the time as well. We just
cream rises to the crop, man.
Cream rises to the crop.
But yeah, I think that's kind of weird, and it's just so funny. That tweet you said, like, oh, there's more to the story. Wait till if you only knew. It's like, really? You didn't want to work on TV? Oh, wow, you showed them. You didn't. You weren't on TV. So yeah, maybe they'll go somewhere else. But I don't know if Tegan Knox, Nixon, right? I don't think she necessarily is super interested in wrestling. She's at least kind of posted before, like, oh, I might wind down. But
yeah, I think she said she's got like a year left or something. But
yeah,
which is even weirder. Just take that TV.
Just do the TV match then. What doesn't make any sense? Yeah, maybe she'll go to TNA. And then go back into WWE through that, right? Like maybe there's something there. What else is there? NWA. There's still other things. There's still indie stuff, but like to do that with AEW is kind of like
control your narrative still a thing? Because
would she fit in there? maybe, maybe they will. I don't know, but yeah, that was pretty weird. We'll jump into some NXT, and I swear we will, but I do want to shout out our show on Sunday. Like I said, we covered everything going on. Luke Menzies, Ridge Holland, that whole stuff, everything going on with SmackDown and Saturday night's main event, and a whole lot more. But we also have a patreon.com/PoisonRana. Go through and look at some of the shows that we got there. It's $5 to become a friend for a whole month. and you get access to hundreds of podcasts, including retro wrestling and movie reviews. We have done a whole bunch of spooky stuff for Halloween. We put out a free Halloween Revolution review on the free feed there. We reviewed Resurrection from Busta Rhymes versus Michael Myers. So we talked all about that. That one's for free on the free feed. But on the Patreon, we looked at Psycho, we looked at Black Phone, we looked at Halloween Havoc 2000. We were all over the place with some spooky stuff. And the shows, the hits, they keep on coming. We've been doing a show called The Champ Is Here, where we've been following along with the Last Time Is Now, John Cena retirement tour. And we've been doing a podcast where we look at every John Cena title win and reign. And we've made it to, what is this? Lucky number 13?
Lucky number 13.
My favorite number. It is The Champ Is Here, episode 13, The Rock versus John Cena. We'll be looking at the entire history. I'm talking the Fruity Pebbles. I'm talking WrestleMania 28, The Miz, sort of.
Promos on wrists.
Bringing it via satellite. Remember all these things? Yeah, we're going to talk all about the epic twice in a lifetime. WrestleMania 28, WrestleMania 29.
It's a little bit of a departure from the rest of the series because we've been going chronologically, but obviously it's the twice in the lifetime match, which is the actual title match. But you can't talk about the second match without talking about the 3-year build for it, essentially. So we're going right back. We've gone back in time from where we left off. We're going right back to The Rock being announced as the special host for WrestleMania 27. The whole feud with The Miz and one of the best cosplayers ever of The Miz,
The Rock.
Right through to Survivor Series against Awesome Truth, WrestleMania 28. WrestleMania 29. This is going to be a very promo heavy show, and I watched a bunch of this today, and I've been pretty enjoying it. But it's going to be a big one. Normally we have a guest on this show, and we figured, look, we're going to be talking a lot on this one as it is, so we're keeping this just the two of us. Once, twice in a lifetime, Rock v Cena.
The voices in the air, hear them loud and clear. Is that it? Is that the right one?
Yes, that's number 2, I think, isn't it?
Oh, okay, right.
I can't remember. Yeah.
Well, I haven't watched that match. I don't think I've ever watched back their matches. Really, I don't think I've ever gone back to I can't. We haven't really watched them. I don't think.
No.
Or reviewed them before. So
yeah,
very excited. Very excited. We're going to talk all about the John Cena, The Rock rivalry. Bunch of matches, bunch of promos. That will be on The Champ Is Here, episode 13. And next week, we're recording this Monday. So you got 6 days. If you want to get your feedback in, there's an anniversary.
Well, yeah, I want to throw up something on the screen because it's actually the man's birthday today.
Oh,
James Bond. His birthday,
James.
The 11th of November, 1972.
Wow.
And yeah, it's also the 30th anniversary of one of our favorite films.
That's right.
One of our favorite video games.
Oh yeah, this is for a lot of people. I want your thoughts, comments, memories of GoldenEye the movie, GoldenEye the game. I put up a feedback thread in the Patreon and the Facebook group Poisonrana. We're going to talk about GoldenEye. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. One of my favorite movies for sure. I purposely have not watched this for the last few years, knowing that we were going to do it on the 30th, just because it was an excuse to do the review. We have reviewed some Bond movies on our Patreon in the past, so if that you're up that alley, go check them out and get ready for GoldenEye. So we have to play some too before we do this review.
Absolutely.
No throwing knives though.
Hey, come on.
Brit with the throwing knives.
Yes. So much more you can enjoy. We also have our retro NXT show, Was Next. We released a new one last week, the June 19th, 2014 edition, featuring Alexa Bliss taking on Sasha Banks, featuring the debut of the Vaudevillains. And what was our main for that one? Was that Sami Zayn and Tyson Kidd versus The Ascension?
Ah, yes. Who could forget The Ascension? Oh, and who could forget Garrett Dillon?
Garrett Dillon, always.
Never forget.
The Patreon is the best way to support us. It's only $5 a month. Go to patreon.com/Poisonrana. We've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of content for you to enjoy. But if you're crazy enough, if you want to make the leap and become a world champion, a family member patron, for $25 a month, you get to pick things for us to review, come on the show, but you get access to Behind the BDE.
Plenty of episodes of this show that have only been heard by the elite class of patrons. And many of these shows could probably get us canceled, not only podcast, but probably in life. I said some things about Tom Brady and Guy Fieri that frankly, I am proud of. So if you want to hear them, talk about those things. What did we talk about? Tom Brady's cloning his dog.
Tom Brady, yeah, Paddington Bear, the chair company. Like, we're all over the place on this.
Behind the BDE, we usually are catching up. We always try to make each other laugh and say some ridiculous shit. So that is the show for you. If you really want to support, you get access to that show. Plus, you get to pick stuff and join us. But check us out. We have a thing that connects to your podcast app, RSS feed, and then also Spotify has the Patreon like as its own channel. So if you're a Spotify user, go check out some of these shows. Very excited. Yeah, we're gonna do the Champ is Here 13 and then GoldenEye. So two big podcasts coming out. And then as funny as this is, we are the NXT guys here at Post Wrestling, but we're going to New York next week, not for Gold Rush. So we will be doing some Snap-Ranas in the next week or so over the weekend while we are there, where we'll be hitting up Newark for full gear. And hopefully we can have some content coming out of that weekend as well. So lots of Snap-Ranas hitting the feed on the Patreon next week. So tons of content. Now is a great time to jump on. If you haven't already and you go, I'd like these guys though, $5, get a whole month access of that. We can talk about NXT, famous last words, but we can talk a little bit about Monday Night Raw. Maybe absolutely. I had to check out, was it John Cena's last hometown Monday Night Raw? It's like, we're so happy to be here, Boston. I'm so sorry that Washington beat you out. I mean, I'm really happy to be here, Boston, on my third last appearance in WWE. You know what? They made it count.
They made this feel a big one. And I think for me, this was where it's like really settling in. Like, oh man, this is it. This is the last hurrah, the last few dates on the tour. And you know what? I quite enjoyed Raw last night. I thought there was some good stuff. I think they've been building this tournament quite nicely across all the brands. Like, we had a bunch of John Cena stuff on NXT tonight. But he finally did it. He finally became a Grand Slam champion, winning the IC title against Dirty Dom.
Wow. The boyhood dream has come true. It's kind of crazy. When people started putting this together for this retirement tour of like, hey, Cena's never won the IC title. And I think that was definitely something, well, he's not a Grand Slam champion if he doesn't win this belt. So it is something he did need to tick off. If he's the greatest all time, as they keep saying, he needs to be a Grand Slam champion. So, I thought that segment was funny. Triple H just being there for reasons, standing there, and then Dom interrupting Cena. You kind of knew where this was going to go. And then, my favorite John Cena catchphrase, fine speech.
He put it back. Yeah.
Fine speech is the best John Cena quote. It's such a funny, say that in normal day-to-day life.
It should have been what we called the Champ is Here.
Yeah.
Fine speech.
I thought it was great. I thought the crowd really made the match with him and
absolutely.
Dom. It was Dom hitting him with all the shit, and then Cena comes back. But great false finishes, the Eddie double spot as well. It was pretty much perfect for what this needed to be. So really got it.
Elevated Dom even more. We've been singing his praises for a while now, but I truly think he'll be a world champion one day. And I think seeing him standing in the ring with Cena, going at it, verbally, I thought he impressed. So I thought it was a great way. It was pretty much the first 50 minutes of the show was this whole John Cena thing. I liked it, and we've got some more matches announced on the tournament. I think LA Knight has a mystery partner, and then who is it? Someone else has Solo Sikoa has a mystery opponent next week as well.
Yeah. So we got Sheamus who advanced, right?
Yeah,
and then we got Rusev.
Rusev's still in it. We've got Gunther taking on Javon Evans next week. Which sounds awesome.
Yeah, I mean, NXT represent here. We love Javon. We think he's the real A character in NXT for the last little while. And versus Gunther, like, yeah, that sounds awesome. That's like low key dream matches. That's a 2K match there. You're like, yeah, the big Haas dude versus the young OG high flyer. So I definitely will be tuning in to see that.
We're gonna have some crazy bounce into a big chop, aren't we? At some point,
yeah.
But I think I like Cena holding this title. I think he should have it right through to his last match. And if Gunther is the fuck,
what?
We're not live.
Are you joking?
No, we're not live. Fuck's sake. Sorry. Fuck.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're live.
We're live? Why is it saying go
live.
Live? Are we live?
We
are live. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What are you talking about?
It's not showing live on my end. Anyway, yeah, okay.
Davey just melted, just crashed out.
I'm losing it, guys. I'm losing it.
What are
all
you
right,
talking
I'm not
about?
touching anything, but yeah, it's okay. All right. We are
Well,
live.
we'll see if we're live. We are live.
Okay, good. Jake can see us. That's all right.
Doesn't matter. Jake's always got our back.
Okay. No, but I was thinking, like, if it is Gunther who's the final opponent, I think, Gunther being the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, going against Cena as the IC champion, I think that adds even more to that match. And although I kind of feel Cena should win on his way out.
You know what I think? Oh, shit. Wait, are we live?
I don't like StreamYard is telling me we're not, but people are listening to us. So, okay.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll just talk. We'll just have a lovely conversation with each other. Like the time we did, what was the show we did that was deleted?
Which probably a couple.
No, what was someone picked one and then he disappeared. He stopped replying to us. So we were like, I guess we'll review this anyways. But then the review
was it only Fools and Horses?
Only Fools and Horses. And then it didn't record, or the file, something happened. But the guy stopped. I forget who it is, and I know you've reached out since, but respect anyways. But we were like, is this guy just troll us?
Fools.
Yeah, he was like, I just wanted to see if you would actually review this. And it's like, yeah, well, joke's actually on you. We didn't record it. We just spent an hour talking about it.
Just a peek behind the curtains. This is what I can see right now. It doesn't look like we're live.
But we are.
Okay. Fuck.
Hopefully. I mean, I'm on YouTube and I see us. So.
Okay, that's good. Good stuff.
If you're alive out there, drop a frog in the chat. I see Jake also with a super chat. Thank you, Jake, from the Windy City. He says, Davey, after a memorable World Series, who would you pick, baseball or cricket, to watch? Oof.
I've never liked cricket. I've never been into cricket. So I would say baseball. But I think with any sport, if you can get invested enough and start to understand it, there's reason why these sports are popular. Right. There's reasons why millions of people like these sports. So given the right reason, I'm sure I could maybe get into cricket, but it hasn't happened for 36 years so far.
Cricket.
So I'd go baseball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although I do think outfielders in baseball shouldn't be wearing gloves. They should take that from cricket players.
No glove, no love.
Come on, use your best.
I know I got sidetracked, but I'll circle back to the last time is now. Yeah. And Gunther. I think that would make sense as him as the guy, but Solo Sikoa saying his mystery opponent will be bringing it. There's no way it's The Rock coming out on a SmackDown to face Solo Sikoa in the John Cena tournament, but you said LA Knight has a mystery opponent. Mm-hmm. I saw Chris Jericho shooting in the gym, 55th birthday. Like that, Chris Jericho looking jacked, ready for that Rumble return. Maybe not quite for the last time is now.
I could see maybe Jeff Hardy being one of them.
Yeah.
I think that's someone who they can easily get with the TNA connection, but would be, we've had him on NXT, but for a main roster pop, I think that would be potential one of them. But yeah, I can't think because I do believe Jericho, isn't he still under contract for now? But
yeah,
if they can,
once he goes over, he's got to reinvent himself again. So he's got to introduce Judas to WWE, so that way it can become a hot song again, and then he could. I think I said here, with this partnership right now would be a perfect place for him to jump to become a TNA World Champion, just because he's Chris Jericho and
he hasn't done it,
and he hasn't. So that's probably something he would do, but. I'm prayer circles up for Y2J for TNA World Champion, but I don't think he's going to show up in this Last Time Is Now thing. I think it's just Gunther all the way through.
I think Gunther. Yeah. I think there's little mini stories you can be telling with this. Like, you said Sheamus is advanced. He's never held the IC title now. So now it's sort of two things. He wants to be Cena's last match and IC champion. I'm not saying it's going to be Sheamus, but I'm saying that there's little stories you can tell with each participant. Like even Solo, he beat Cena quite convincingly when they had the match, didn't he? So there's little things you can tell along the way as well. But I do see it ultimately being Gunther. Yeah,
I think that makes the most sense. And the IC title thing really makes me think that.
But also NXT related, that show looks like it's going to be NXT versus main roster as well for Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, so that's like what? A bunch of NXT wrestlers being featured on the card with main roster people. So that's pretty cool. Apparently, it's John Cena's idea.
Nice.
So
the one thing I want to do, I've never asked for anything, but the one thing I want is NXT to perform for Trump in Washington, D.C.
What was crossing my mind was, as much as, again, I thought the Dom segment, him beating Dom was great. It was a great moment, and he became IC champion. Cena even goes to put on the belt the way he was doing as a bad guy, and then he's like, oh, wait, no. And then he's like, I got you. But something that crossed my mind was, wow, John Cena on his way out is making the young and up-and-coming Dominic Mysterio job. However, fucking almost 50-year-old Brock Lesnar just steamrolls him. It's fine. It's like, this is so bad. Shouldn't it be the other way? Anyway. I do think Gunther keeps saying that. I don't know why. I haven't done that in a while. I think he will be like the one to win back the IC title and retire John Cena. What an honor. I think that would be for him. It's basically Triple H like, sorry for all that Jay stuff. Sorry for that. Sorry for that Pat McAfee stuff. Your year's been rough. So here you go. Retire John Cena. So
yeah,
I think that'll be the move.
Yeah, I think so too. Just a couple of other things before we go into NXT. New women's tag champions with the Kabuki Warriors winning the titles, but also a returning Rhea Ripley. And it seems we have majority of the teams now set for War Games with Rhea, Io, Alexa, and Charlotte taking on Kabuki Warriors. And it looks like Nia and Lash.
Yeah, Lash Legend. Coming into that War Games, the elbow, the forearm to Io looked really good. So they got to push that. I think that's pretty cool for her to be put in something like that. I liked, was it Rhea Ripley's face mask?
Yeah,
she's wearing. That's pretty badass. I feel like this one, the women's War Games matches have been pretty fun, but the last few years they're pretty much the same. And then Io does something to kind of save it and do something cool. And I feel like that's kind of what it looks like this time around too. But I am still enjoying like Io, Rhea, and that stuff with Raw. So yeah, I don't know. I'm like that. I can't say I'm excited for that War Games match. Comparing to, I'd say the men's War Game match probably sounds more exciting than the men's Blood and Guts, but the women's Blood and Guts sounds a lot more interesting than the women's War Games.
It's just a lot of War Games for
It's just too many double rings.
Like, can we just have like one?
I mean, to be fair, WWE's been doing it at Survivor Series for the past.
I know. I'm not blaming anyone, but I just think 2 on a show is a lot. Like we've said this before. I feel like a War Games, a Hell in a Cell, or things like that should be a culmination of a feud. It shouldn't just be, well, it's Thanksgiving, so War Games,
I guess
it should be like if it's in February, it's in February. If it's in June, it's in June. Like it. I feel the AEW ones, they're going to be doing a lot more in that. I feel we've seen the formula for the WWE ones quite a lot, and can't say I'm too excited about any of them this year round, but maybe I'll be surprised.
When the match, like every year we've been doing it, and they get kind of repetitive because the last few years it's been bloodline adjacent story.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, okay, so we're continuing. At least this year it's a little different without having like all the bloodline guys, but honestly, a lot of these WWE ones have meshed together, blended together. I still don't think any of the main roster ones were as good as some of the NXT ones that they've done. So, but I'm always looking forward to them, but I'm usually kind of let down with the WWE War Games matches lately. So maybe Blood and Guts, which is tomorrow. I keep forgetting. That's damn. Lots of blood and guts. Should we talk about some NXT? Is there anything else from Raw or whatever's going on?
If I think of it, it'll come up. But no, I did the big things from Raw this week, I think.
Nikki Bella, your fave,
yeah,
turning heel on Stephanie Vaquer. I think that's the right move.
I think so too. It's been very obvious this is going to happen. I think Nikki as well just has something in the tone of her voice that never makes her sound sincere, even if she is. So I don't think I think it's really hard to take her as a babyface. I think this is the right move. Absolutely.
Her storyline should just be, I want to come back because I need the money. And I want to be champion because that's how I'll get it. And that's pretty much all you need to do. I think that'll work. But Stephanie Vaquer, Nikki Bella, Total Divas.
Yes.
Okay. I guess that's at Saturday night's main event. Next little while.
I would think so, yeah.
Possibly. We can talk about some NXT. Let's talk
do it.
About NXT from Tuesday, November 11th, 2025, lest we forget. And we start things off with the NXT Women's Champion opening the show. Tatum Paxley is coming out with the culling, and you know it. We all know it. The truth will set you free, but it sucks.
Yeah.
Telling people.
It's not, does anyone have a gun? But
at least they don't like shout that.
No, I know.
Maybe he was trying something. He was just like, let me throw this out.
He tried it like 3 times, and each time everyone was like, that's kind of weird. No, I don't have a gun, Steve.
I think Steve Macklin's pretty fun, actually.
Yeah, he's good.
And I just find that is a very strange thing to say during a wrestling match. Especially when the wrestling show we're going to says, please, no guns. This show. And again, it's Canada, so it's less guns than down there. But anyways, the truth will set you free. And Tatum Paxley has the microphone, and she basically apologizes to Izzy, even though, last week, Izzy was the one who got pinned, but Tatum says it's kind of my fault because I got in the way and this and that. So I'm not saying it's your fault. It was my fault. And Izzy's like, it's fine. Don't worry. And like playing it up like it's not a big deal and it's okay. And then says, as long as you stop making irrational decisions and giving people title shots. And Tatum's like, but I love the wheel though. I just love spinning the wheel and making a deal. And the crowd started chanting, wheel, wheel, wheel. Hopefully Johnny Gargano was not watching. He'd be
hates wheels.
Terrified. Tatum then says like, oh, see, they like the wheel. And Izzy says, no, like, come on. They would cheer for anything. They would cheer for a fruit fly if it was put in front of them. Which I was like, Izzy, you're kind of babyface here. And then all of a sudden just says, hey, everyone here is stupid. And
she's not. They're like
heels.
faking babyface to be on Tatum's side, right?
So Tatum says, yeah, but like I think of all the times that I tried to fight and become champion and try to be something here, and I want to give that same opportunity to the up and coming people. And Izzy's like, no, that's not the kind of champion. And she's like, well, like, kind of want to be my own champion. And it's kind of like they're not quite sure when they're interrupted. Fatal Influence come out, and JC says, yeah, Tatum, what kind of champion are you going to be? You're going to give people title shots? Or are you going to hold that title as long as you can? Or are you going to give people matches that they deserve because everyone knows it was a fluke? So give me my rematch. And Tatum's like, oh yeah? Okay, well, Izzy, you're right. I can't be this irrational. starting next week. So JC, you'll get your match. So she agrees to give JC the match. And I don't know, because I know they're taping Gold Rush next week, but some of the matches over the next 2 weeks obviously are going to be spread out. But I think this is next week's.
I think so too. Yeah, I think this one's next week, and I think the speed match is the following week.
Okay. So Tatum says, yep, this is the last time I'm just going to give some random title shot, but JC deserved it, so I'm giving it to her. And then Izzy and the Culling are kind of like, oh, and they're doing all their Sean Spears with his eyes and his creepy hands movements. But yeah.
I feel like Tatum's going to drop this title back to JC. I feel that this is what it's setting up for. She's like, no, it's like when you're at the casino and you're like, you know, just one more bet and then I'll call it the night. And that's the one that you blow everything on.
Yeah.
That's where I think we're going with this one.
Yeah, I kind of think the same thing. Like we said, what was the storyline before? Was it Trick and Mello?
Trick with the North American title, right? He won it and lost it immediately.
So yeah, this will happen, and then Izzy and the Culling are like, "We fucking told you. Why did you do that?"
Then you have the Izzy and Tatum feud, and you can have JC feuding with someone else over the title.
Yeah, and get that Fallon match.
Get the Fallon match, yeah.
We go backstage earlier today. Ava is backstage with the Vanity Project from Evolve. Okay, so I remember that these two of them are called Swipe Right. Mm-hmm. But when there's the three of them,
they're the Vanity
Project. And
very AEW, isn't it? It's like, you know,
testing
factions within factions.
Yeah, they're really testing me here because I like these guys from what we've seen of them. But it was hard because I'm like, okay, I remember Brad Baylor because it's a funny name.
Yeah.
Got Ricky Smokes.
Maybe
the best name in wrestling. It's up there with Madonna's boyfriend as one of the best wrestling names. And then, don't tell me, the Evolved champion, Jackson Drake.
That's it.
Did I get it right?
One. You did indeed.
The Vanity Project. Yeah, I actually do kind of like these guys from what we've seen. So they're there with Ava, and they say, you know, you don't have to worry about finding me an Evolve match. I'll get the title. Does he want to defend the title? I think he's saying, he's like, I want to be on TV. I want to be in New York. I want to be defending it. So he sets up a match, I think.
Yeah, so we've got Sean Legacy against Jackson Drake.
So that'll actually be in the Gold Rush tapings,
yes.
I assume. So
yeah,
we will see him on TV. And then they walk off when Ethan and Chelsea come in, the new U.S. Women's Champion, Chelsea. Mm-hmm. With both double champs here. And they're talking about Thea and how they're upset, and they got their match against the mixed tag titles, and they say, don't say his name, because if you say it, the dude's going to show up. And then Ava decides to put the Slagent Alba Fyre in action tonight against Thea. And at first Chelsea's like, no, that's a bad idea, but then realizes, yeah, my Slagent will put her down so that she'll be weak for our match next week. So that match is tonight. I just like saying Slagent.
Slagent. Yeah, they still need another Slagent, don't they?
I don't know if we do.
They're looking to replace Piper. They haven't found anyone yet.
Wait, why do they need to get rid of Piper?
She's injured.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I was like, were there three of them at one point?
Yes.
There was witches. I know that.
That was a while ago. The witches, yeah.
There was witches. I'm not. I know what's going on. We go to the speed title. El Grande Americano taking on the challenger Jasper Troy. Booker T going off on one tonight, saying he loves Jasper Troy and thinks he's going to be a big star, and boasting that he trained him. And Vic Joseph got a huge laugh out of me when he's like, what are you talking about? No, you didn't. The Undertaker did. And Booker's like, what are you talking about? Didn't you watch? And they start bickering about who trained Jasper Troy. And if I was either of them, I would not take credit. Because, like, this dude sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm putting it bluntly, but this dude comes out with his chains, and then you got one of the most over acts in WWE jobbing out to the speed title on NXT. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So Grande gets some offense. He keeps trying to run away from Jasper. He hits a PK, which was nice. The clock is ticking, though. There's a nice jumping, like, Gamengiri to it's just right in the face, but like the way he jumped up was pretty great. So I love how Grande
because of the gimmick, he can wrestle a different style. But like the dude is really talented.
Oh, he's fantastic.
Wrestler. He hits a blockbuster out of the corner. This is when the lights go yellow, and I'm like, oh shit, there's 2 minutes left. I think Jasper goes to grab the chain, but then Rayo and Bravo, who are ringside, they stop him from getting it. So then the ref tells them to get out of there. We got 1 minute left. We're in the danger zone, I guess. And then there's outside shenanigans, and Booker T is just yelling outside shenanigans at all the stuff going on. This is when they try to slip Grande the metal plate thing that he slips into his headpiece, his mask, and he goes for a running headbutt, and then he goes for a second one, but he's trying to load it into the mask. But the referee actually this is the one ref who actually watches what's going on in the matches, because he happens to see that this guy is trying to put something in his mask. So the ref takes it away, and that allows Jasper to hit the black hole slam. And with 28 seconds left, Jasper Troy is the new Speed champion.
Yeah, I don't think this was a big shock, really. I think this was just they had to get this thing off of El Grande Americano because he's probably doing more important things. Like, he doesn't carry this title around on Raw at all, but man, just completely the wrong choice. This, like, as Big Time Baxter in the chat says, a Speed title for a slow big man is quite the choice. The dude could barely hold the title right after winning it. I think this is the first Speed match where I've like, I didn't need any more of that. Like, it was just a dull match. I didn't think they really played the gimmick at all. I thought the end was sloppy with the catching of the like metal plate. I didn't think that worked very well. And I think Troy is just boring, very boring. They want to go with this guy, but I don't get it at all.
This is just the rinse recycle of NXT of like, okay, we got this new big man. Let's try to go forward with this. Not just big man, just any, like, okay, this is someone we're pushing and going to use in all these things that don't fit him whatsoever. We've seen it with people in the past of like, wait, why are you going with this? What this? He just seems too green, and like I didn't like this at all. And now he's the Speed champion, I guess. Whatever. Cool. Like, they tricked me into watching Speed title matches. You guys did it. You won.
Yeah. Not good. Really not good. And unfortunately, we'll probably not see El Grande Americano on NXT much more, which was a highlight, at least, of this championship, is getting him on NXT. But yeah, it's just going to be Jasper Troy squash matches. I mean, I don't know. Maybe at least try, what was it? Like, Bull Dempsey and Baron Corbin, you used to have the count to like just something. Give this guy something where, the crowd would count the matches to how quick they could squash someone. But
like, is his gimmick going to be, I don't even need 3 minutes. I need 30 seconds. Hopefully
something like that, like anything. But
3 minutes of playtime. That's pretty much what he'll do. Except he won in 2 minutes, 30 seconds here, right? So like, the quicker it is, the better for this guy.
Later he goes like, speed is the last thing you think of when you think of me. I'm like, it's not a good thing. Like, we have fast big blokes on the roster. Like, watch Bron Breakker or whatever. We've got big men who are fast. Like, you telling me not only am I big, I'm slow as well. I'm like, great, fuck, cool.
And he loves chains.
You're really selling yourself to me.
He loves the chains. Like, his music has the chains in it, right? Like, it's like watching an episode of Scooby Doo. You're like, oh, the fucking ghost is here.
Chain man,
like chains rattling around. It's not even like, okay, I know he tried to use the chain, but like, I don't know, hang people with the chain, dude. What is your character? I like chains. Okay, fuck. We've been like, over the years, NXT, they have tried this playbook of like, whatever the slot is, we're gonna put, even if the piece doesn't fit. You know, like, I hate to rag on Ridge Holland, especially now, but like, think they would try everything with that guy, even when they did, like, it wasn't working, they would try. Okay, now let's try with this.
I at least saw more upside in Ridge Holland. Like, there were glimmers of stuff with him. I think he was pushed like way too hard at the top of the card towards the end of his run there. But like, he had some all right stuff in his career. Like, I don't see anything. I don't see anything with this guy.
Well, Booker T trained him. So checks and championships. We go backstage. Thea Hale is there when she says Joe Hendry. Now, okay, I know maybe we're not the right people because we've said numerous times over the past few weeks, we're kind of over the Joe Hendry joke. We've been kind of over it. I don't know if we're alone on that. But this one had to be the laziest one. She just goes, hey, it's Joe Hendry. And then the camera pans and he's like, hey, look, I'm here. It's you couldn't even... They're running out of ideas of you just stand there and the camera will pan or you'll hop out of nowhere. It's like, okay. So Thea and Joe are here. They will be facing Chelsea and Ethan at Gold Rush. She says, thank you for last week. And he goes, no, thank you. The pie in the face and everything. It was fantastic. Fantastic cinema comedy. And she says, well, I believe in Joe and the people believe in me. So tonight I'm going to beat up Alba Fyre and then we'll one step to winning mixed tag titles.
I did enjoy you sent me his version of American Pie, Chelsea Pie.
Which
is better than the stuff we've seen him do on NXT.
That's why I saw it today. I know he had posted it like yesterday or 2 days ago, and then he took it down. I'm not quite sure, but then he posted a new one during NXT, and I don't know, maybe because it's a parody of American Pie, but like they should have played this on TV.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Way better than
especially the Matt Cardona gag. There's basically a line about like Chelsea getting pied and hanging out with Ethan Page an awful lot, but at least it seems Matt Cardona's fine with it, and he's got the Matt Cardona mask with just a T-shirt saying "I love toys" as he's playing with toys, and I thought that was pretty funny.
There's so much to unpack because, this is way funnier than what we've seen him attempt to do. I think whenever he's done the concerts on NXT, it's fallen flat on its face, whereas these are like way more creative, maybe the freedom there of it's his own baby and whatnot. But this music video was way better. And then what's even crazier is, the Matt Cardona line is pretty funny. Matt Cardona is now already selling the shirt. That's not a joke. He's legit made a shirt like the shirt in the video and is selling it.
What a fucking grifter.
I love Matt Cardona, but no one asked him who he was wrestling in Sudbury last week. Don't ask him.
Yeah.
We go to Sean Legacy, who's backstage. He heard the news. He's got a title match and he's very excited. And he says that Jackson Drake's reign is going to come to an end when Zaruka walk in. He goes, I'm a big fan of you too, and Soul especially. Good luck with your rehab. And we all miss you in action. And then he walks off. So Zarya and Soul talk to Ava, and Soul says she's been cleared, but not quite yet, but should be cleared for Gold Rush. And it looks like we're going towards Blake versus Soul in the rematch for the North American title.
Yeah, Zarya's like, I'm not sure if you're rushing this, and Ava's like, well, it's your choice, but Zarya not being too keen on her defending this title at Gold Rush.
She's like, yo, you're still hurt. Like, why are you rushing this kind of thing? So maybe just being a good friend, you know?
Are we seeing the breakup as soon as next week?
I don't know. That is a bigger...
Well, the speed title's the week after, isn't it? I think. So maybe not.
Don't forget about the speed title.
No, but I think it's part of the story. Like if Zarya ends up coming away with Soul's belt and Soul walks out the weekend with nothing.
Oh, no. You got the speed title? Oh, take my life, but not my speed title. Oh, damn. Thea Hale versus Alba Fyre. We got Chelsea Green and Ethan Page ringside and Joe Hendry ringside as well. Okay, so I've joked about Booker T randomly saying Kung Pao chicken. We assumed it was just a catchphrase he was trying to get over. It is, because he says it again. This time he has sirloin steak. Give me the sirloin steak, baby. That's right. Give me the Kung Pao. I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, it's because this match was sponsored by Panda Express.
Oh, that makes sense. Because I was going to say by the end they go the Panda Express replay. But the other week it was the BK Have It Your Way replay.
Right.
Panda Express replay is pretty fucking funny. Everyone, I don't know. I probably have. We probably did joke about the Slim Jim tables, but like the Panda Express replay is where it's at. What
would a Panda Express weapon be if you could brand a weapon? I guess so.
Chopstick.
Yeah, true.
Kung Pao in the face.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyways, we don't have Panda Express here in Canada, but I know it's a big thing. Our friend WH Park raves about Panda Express.
It's fine. Yeah, it's what you expect it to be. Yeah, it's fine.
The Kung Pao chicken, baby. There's a lot going on. We got the two Canadians who are double champ, but also Mexican wrestling mixed tag champs. Then we got Alba Fyre in the ring dressed as a
Slender Man
server,
yeah,
waitress, flight attendant. And then we got Joe Hendry, who's just there with his shirt. Alba starts like stomping on the hair and pulling on the hair of Thea, and the ref's getting in her face. She smacks Thea at one point. Hale gets angry, then hits this huge death press with punches, and then a drop kick to the face sends her out. She does the coffin drop to the outside, and then a face-to-face with Chelsea as Alba then topes onto Thea as we go into break. Through the commercial, it's mostly Alba beating down on her. This is, if you watch Dynamite or Collision with the like commercial AEW Plus, you get to hear Taz drop a lot of gems over the last few years. The same goes for Booker T. On commercial picture-in-picture, Booker T is going off. He's talking about Gamblers Anonymous and taking a chance. And Vic literally again on this episode says, I don't even know what you're saying right now. And then continues on with the match. Thea goes for the Kimura when we come back from break. It's blocked. Goes for the coffin drop attempt. It's blocked again, but she connects with a very nice Michinoku driver. Chelsea tries to distract her, but then Joe ducks a slap. So Chelsea slaps Ethan, and then the two of them left in the ring. It's Thea with a roll up and pins Alba Fyre, and we get the Panda Express replay of a very well-timed duck from Joe Hendry there. Just look at how quickly the timing on that, how he ducked that. But yeah,
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, we often see Alba now when she wrestles just being like, jobbing for Chelsea, but we forget she's a pretty good wrestler. And I think Thea, we haven't really seen wrestle for quite a while, and she's so young, but I think like is pretty good in the ring. So I thought the match wasn't bad between these two. I do feel they've really been lost with what to do with Thea since Chase U. They tried to have her kind of, be a bit more mature and grow up because she's left the university or whatever. But now pairing her with Joe just feels like, okay, we're just putting her right back to where she was before, which is fine because she's good at it. But I don't know. She's been floating around. I saw a higher ceiling for her. I thought the Chase U thing could have propelled her a little further than what she's doing right here. But at least she's back on TV again.
Yeah, at least she's being used. She is pretty good. I didn't like this match too much, but I'm happy that she's being back into the rotation. She was missing for quite a while. She was a good part of NXT with Chase U, and thanks to Ridge going back to that, we don't have that anymore. So now they're just kind of focusing on she gets crazy. Like when in this match, she gets her hair pulled and then she gets slapped. And then all of a sudden she like goes rage mode.
It was weird though. Like before the match started and she's doing her entrance, the camera is like doing one of the higher shots from the PC they're in.
Yeah.
And I was like, is she flipping them off? And it looked like she was just flipping them off.
Oh, she
and then
flipped off Alba,
match,
yeah.
She does it again and they cut to black to like censor it on Netflix. So
yeah,
it was a bit strange.
Like, yeah, you're not allowed to use the middle finger, and she flipped Alba off during the match, and then you could still see it on my feed on Netflix, and then it cuts to black, almost like Charlotte on Raw, and then it comes back, and you're like, whoa, what just happened? But clear as day, she's flipping her off. Kind of weird. Why did she do that? Yeah, she really doesn't like Alba Fyre. She doesn't like the Slajan. Maybe next week she'll be champion though. Mixed tag champions with Joe Hendry. Could you see it?
The AAA mixed tag champion? Sure. Why not Thea Hale and Joe Hendry? Sure.
Speaking of entrances, I forgot. I glossed over Jasper Troy. His entrance got like a shaky cam thing. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
It was really lame. I forgot about that. Hated it. We go to the glamour, and it's the big interview. Blake Monroe, North American Women's Champ, and she is interviewing herself.
You were right. You called it.
It's not in the mirror, though. I thought she'd be looking into like mirror, mirror on the wall, where this is just split personality. Here.
I mean, she's dressed as Toni Storm here.
I was just about to say,
the black jumpsuit.
This is literally Toni Storm's outfit.
Yeah.
Like, are we trying to just don't copy my homework identically? You know, make it look a little different. She's like, yeah, no worries. And then pretty much dresses up like Toni Storm. Like, I thought I was reaching thinking that, but I'm glad you thought, like, I'm sure many other people think the same thing. I'm like, oh.
It's when Tony's like in, you know, she has her like outfit when she's in mourning almost.
Yeah.
Like following a loss or something. And it was very similar, I thought.
So as I'm taking this is like, okay, so Blake, who's the champ, holding the thing, is like in a pink dress. And she's like the nice, like, oh, I'm Blake and I'm got my match coming up with Soul. And then this, so that's the glamour. And then we have the woman from hell, who is the black shirt, black pants, dark makeup. And she's kind of like the devil on her shoulder, I guess. And she's like, yeah, but you'll never really be a champion if you don't beat Sol Ruca. And she's like, no, I've already beaten Sol Ruca. Yeah, but you never beat her. You have to win against her to really be a champion. She goes, yeah, well, I'll outshine her. And she says, no, you have to do more than that. Think, well, what can I do? How can I beat Sol Ruca? And this is where it becomes Norman Osborn, Green Goblin for me. Think, Blake, think. I can't. The heart. Go for the heart, Osborn. Okay, maybe she didn't quite say that, but I got that she's going to attack Zarya to get to Soul.
Yeah.
Is exactly. I've seen Spider-Man. I know my shit, and I've seen it way too many times. She's definitely in that element where it's like Norman talking to himself, which was in the mirror. So prove to the world, show the world, the glamour is to be seen, and the woman from hell will be remembered. Together, we're one perfect champion. So it's a little Green Goblin, a little Venom, Eddie Brock.
A little bit, yep.
Right? The symbiote costume there. I don't dislike Blake Monroe and Mariah May, but this is very, very similar to the Tony stuff to me. Like, it seems so like there's two of you now. You're going in for another gimmick of yourself. So it's the glamour and the woman from hell. It's like Blake and Mariah almost here.
Yeah, you know, apart from the Toni Storm feud, which was great, and like, you know, we're coming up to the end of the year, and I definitely think that match is going to be in my shortlist of matches of the year. I can't say anything's connected with me apart from that. Which is a shame, because we've seen from that feud what she's capable of. She's a good performer, but nothing has connected. This character just isn't connecting in the same way as it did in AEW for me. Also, like we've had Bayley doing kind of the same thing on Raw as well. Like, we've seen these split personality gimmicks before. I don't know. It's not doing it for me right now, unless she does something really dastardly to Zarya or Soul to get me back into this. I just felt this was more of the same. Like, a lot of these Blake Monroe like produced vignettes or whatever have left me kind of cold so far. I
just find it weird, like the whole gimmick with Toni Storm. Like, why does it go to my brain like, oh, this is very similar?
I think it's deliberate. Like, I think it is. Like, it's part of her going, like, we saw the shoe, didn't we? Like, in the video when she's like covered in blood and she's saying about the woman from hell, she had the like bloody stiletto that she'd used against Tony. So I think she's like honoring her history and her past and things like that, and trying and kind of creating it where, yes, that woman you knew in the other country is like my inner demon or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's wrestling, and we've had wrestlers split personalities and stuff before, but I'm willing to let it play out. Something needs to. The issue since coming in is everyone's maybe doing the Tony comparisons, but every time she's doing stuff that does make you think of those comparisons, and like almost like, yeah, we have Toni Storm at home kind of thing. It's like, okay, I do want to see a bit more of what can you bring to the table? Like, dare I say, Tony Storm and that silly gimmick is one of the best gimmicks in modern wrestling. I'd argue that. And I feel like now she's just kind of taking parts from that and maybe going off, but I don't know. We'll see. We all got that Green Goblin, that venom inside of us. So we'll see. But we go to Javon Evans. He's on the phone with Leon Slater. And you can't see Slater, but he's on the phone with him walking. And he goes, I can't wait to see you. And he's like, I'm sorry, I can't be there tonight. He's like, no, it's okay. And he goes, he's buzzing about the Last Time Is Now tournament and that he has a match. But more importantly, he's going to the ring because he has an announcement. He set something up. And Leon, you're going to want to hear this. So he's going to the ring. But letting everyone know Leon's not there.
Yes.
Clever. We go. Javon makes his way to the ring. But when we come back from break, before Javon in the ring, Jordan Grace backstage is asked about Kalani Jordan. And she says Kalani Jordan thinks she's a real TNA Knockouts champion. She says that I was TNA Knockouts champion even before Kalani was still doing backflips in university, and says that the TNA Knockouts championship is synonymous with Jordan Grace. It is my title that I made famous. And sorry, is it Li Ying Li? You're losing next week. You're collateral damage.
Yeah.
Because I'm taking that title because I'm pissed at Kalani. So triple threat in the next week or so.
Yeah, I actually thought this was a one of her better promos, actually.
Yeah,
I like, it wasn't anything necessarily flashy or whatever, but I actually thought she sounded pretty grounded and to the point and raising why she's pissed with Kalani. And I nothing mind-blowing, but I thought it was one of her better outings as far as mic work goes.
Yeah, like you said, it was quick and to the point, but I think that makes the most sense for her. Like should be this killer, doesn't need to talk too much. She just needs to crush people. So I don't see her winning next week, but I don't see her winning, but I think we'll have some fun with that match, hopefully. Javon Evans in the ring. He says, you're, I guess he's trying to get, it's 4 letters, 1 word, but you're.
I thought he was trying to prompt the crowd to be like, your boy is bouncy. Right. And he was like, and they're like,
you're.
What? Oh, I didn't know this. I didn't know.
Skirt. He has a very nice sparkly hoodie. It's a black hoodie with these like diamond sparkly thing. It's very nice. He says your boy is very excited about Madison Square Garden and Monday Night Raw, let alone NXT doing Gold Rush. But I'm going to be on Raw and I'm going to be in the John Cena tournament. Like, this is crazier. And then he says Madison Square Garden has been around longer than I've been alive. Yeah.
I mean, I think
you're 20 years old.
I think it's been around longer than I've been alive.
I feel like it's been around before a lot of people have been born.
It's not like this is like fucking Crypto Arena or whatever. It's like, no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most arenas they go to are older than 20 years. I was like, I'm pretty sure MSG is like really old. But
opened in 1979. Or 1968. No.
Yeah. 1 year off from being nice. Yeah. He shows Leon is on the screen. They're on a FaceTime call here. And he's like, don't worry about not being here. But we got a match next Tuesday. I talked to Ava. I talked to Santino. We're going to have a tag team title match. And Dark State versus Leon Slater and Javon Evans next week. And Leon's excited on the video screen and goes, we're going to be jacking their Ross Clot Gold tag titles. That's what he said. And that's when Dark State hits. I just know Brandon's going to clip that one. Dark State surround the ring and go, oh, look, your boy is in here to help you. So we're going to make sure you don't make it to Gold Rush. When Javon says, oh, yeah, all right. And Sugars is on the mic and says, yeah, you think you're the future? Well, we're going to end the future. And calls Leon Slater top boy, which I thought was funny. And then Evan says, well, we were just joking. I'm joking. And out comes Leon Slater. It was all a ruse to trick Dark State, but there's 4 of them.
Well, Javon took them all out last week, didn't he?
So they all attack, but the 2 of them beat off. Pause. The 2 of them attack and defend against these 4 guys. Super kicks to Osiris, sending him out, and then a tope con hilo from Leon, and then a huge dive from Javon. They stand tall, and yeah, they get the tag match. But this was a bit like surprise, but like they tell them to surprise, and then he just runs into the ring, and it's like not really a surprise anymore.
Because and when Slater comes in, he hits this wicked looking leg lariat first, like flying in, looked awesome. And you know, if they just shot it, like we see this in WWE all the time, they do the really tight shot so someone can just fly in. But like, it's like, oh, you think I'm all alone? Well, I'm not alone. I was joking. Someone else is actually here. It's like, oh, well, it's Leon Slater, isn't it? Like, just why spoil it? Like,
yeah, it was really weird.
I thought it could have been a pretty like fun thing and a fun swerve with the like via satellite or whatever. But Javon, just keep your cards to your chest.
So the plus is I really love Javon, like my favorite part of NXT for sure. I'm loving Leon Slater being a part of this. I love them together. Javon, it's funny. He's a 21-year-old who wrestles like, you know, he's been wrestling for many, many years. Like he's pretty good. But he also, his character acts like he's a 21-year-old, which I think is pretty funny.
He should,
and he's good at it. So I really do think like this is the most eyes he's going to have on this Gunther match on Raw. And like that, I can't wait to watch that. So I'm excited to see Dark State lose. They should lose the titles. Screw it. I know they just won them back, but Javon and Leon would be such a better team to have here in NXT than Dark State. But yeah, I hope they jack their Rasta Clot gold back and get it happening. But yeah, I was laughing. I'm glad you felt the same, because he's like, and I'm not alone. It's like what you were complaining about the Seth Rollins thing.
Yeah.
The, like fake injury angle. It's like, and I'm not injured. It's like, yeah, well, I'm beat up and you're here anyways. So like, what does it wouldn't have mattered.
Now I've got to act shocked for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And dance down the ramp. And
you're
cash
not
in.
injured.
It's like,
shit.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of similar to that, where it's like, also there's 4 of them. So like they could have just easily beat them all down, which would have been funny. But I like that they at least attempted to break the like, you know, the usual like, oh, he's not here, and then kind of thing, I guess. But yeah. Backstage, Kalani Jordan approaches Trick Williams, who's getting ready for his last man standing match. And she goes, Trick, I got to hand it to you. You're right. You were right all along, Trick. It's lonely at the top. I'm champion and everyone hates me. And he's like, no, don't worry about that. This just comes with the detail. And she says, yeah, well, I'm picking you to win tonight. I think you are going to be the NXT champion. And he goes, thank you very much. And then he goes, yeah, well, I think you're a great champion. So you got to show everybody why you're her. And she goes, you're right. I am her. So maybe a little him and her action. Carmelo Hayes, Kalani Jordan.
I like her. She's got these knockout pants on, or shorts or something.
Knockout.
Suit her championship.
Right.
But yeah, I picked up on the you are her. I wonder if, you know, we've been talking about Trick moving up and joining Carmelo. Could you maybe see this as a unit, the 3 of them?
Yeah, I was thinking
like
that.
Start having these 2 be associated together a bit more. And like, I think as an act, the 3 of them could actually help each other out a lot. I'm not against the idea at all. Like
WWE's definitely been loving the stables and factions, especially having men and women in the groups. And I think the, you know, connection of Trick Mello being Trick Mello Gang friends, and then Kalani Mello. Yeah, I actually think that could be a great unit on the main roster to bring them all in properly. I know Mello's there, but like, I think that could be a great, as soon as I saw them on screen, I was like, oh, there's the connection there. And okay, maybe something's there. The 3 of them for sure.
And this new attitude is really working for Kalani. I think it's bringing a lot out of her as well that we haven't seen before. So
like, it's still a slow burn. I want her like when Roxanne was mean, she was way meaner. I need Kalani to be more like cunty, essentially.
She'll get that.
Yeah. We go to, is this speed? We're doing more speed tournaments here. It's Skylar Raye taking on Fallon Henley in the speed finals of this tournament. I think.
No, it's the first round match.
Yeah, sure. So Skylar Raye is from LFG.
Yeah.
So she comes out. She's
the winner of season 2.
Winner of season 2. So Skylar Raye comes out, kind of a cheerleader type entrance here. It's like kind of like gothy rock music, but then she's dressed like Alexa Bliss. So she comes out against Fallon Henley. Quick here, she's trying to do a series of different roll-ups and crucifix pins and all sorts of stuff to get Fallon to the mat. Eventually, Fallon keeps getting out of these things and tries for her own, but she gets out of those. There's a crossbody off the top from Skylar for a 2 count. There's now 2 minutes left, and they're going back and forth. Eventually, Skylar does a running satellite into a DDT. However, I don't know what happened mid-move, but pretty rough, weird-looking landing.
I don't know if they thought it was like both were going for a different move or what, because it looked like a tilt-a-whirl to start with, and then it's like, oh, okay, this is going to be like, it almost looked like it was going to be La Mystica, into like the arm takedown thing, but then ended up being this rough-looking DDT.
Yeah, kind of weird, but it continues. And then Fallon, just after kind of getting beat up and attempted pinning attempts here or whatever, just hits a running facebuster and then the famouser and wins the match. And Fallon advances in the speed tournament. I am not familiar with Skylar Raye, but I can't say there was nothing here memorable. Like, there wasn't anything that was like, whoa, this was pretty awesome or stood out to me whatsoever.
It's hard in that length of time, but we have seen other people like a Sean Legacy like stand out in a couple of minutes. It's another sea of these women with names that sound kind of similar, like going out there, and I can't say I saw anything in this that stood out.
Famouser was good.
Famous looked good. We predicted Fallon win. Fallon and Zarya makes a lot of sense. Just being pedantic, I hate them calling it a tournament where it's only like semi-final finals. I feel the
2 matches. Yeah.
I feel the tournament needs at least 3 matches, like to win the thing. And you've got enough TV.
Like I like Fallon a lot. I know they're trying to get new people over and find different ways and stuff, but I didn't see a whole lot from Skylar on the first impression here. Not saying it's the end of the, that's it, but like it was kind of like, oh, okay. So maybe not necessarily TV ready, but
I feel this women's speed championship especially feels more like it's a prop to progress stories that are already happening rather than to really crown this first ever champion, this speed champion in NXT or whatever. I just feel it's more of a way to have this fracturing of Fatal Influence / Zaruka, and I'm okay with that. We
go backstage. Jasper Troy leaving the Performance Center, and he says, "I'm the new speed champion, and I'm the last person you think of when you think of speed." Correct? He says, "Well, I'll make time stand still." Oh, fuck, please don't. He says, "Everyone here will bend the knee," but then the camera pans and it's Dark State walking out. All the bad guys are just walking out of different doors of the PC at the same time, and they're angry that the 4 of them couldn't beat up Javon Evans and Leon Slater, and they say that they will keep the tag titles, and those 2 should have learned not to mess with Dark State because nobody's safe. So,
Jasper Troy, even the bend the knee thing, it's like that should be Oba's thing. Oba's the ruler. Like bend the knee is very Game of Thrones, and there's nothing really screams Game of Thrones about this guy. And I feel I've watched this angry Dark State promo where they're leaving and they've just lost 16 times.
It's the same promo from them. Just Jasper's hilarious of like, he's such a boring wrestler and just so boring even talking. Literally, you said earlier, it's like, you won't think of me when you think of speed. Yeah, you're right, man. And then saying like, I'll make time stand still in a speed champion. Like, these matches are already 3 minutes. That's way too long for you. Make it 30 seconds. I think that's where we're going to go. So maybe we'll be blessed by only having to watch 30-second. You know, talking about how we do retro NXT reviews, and we've been watching a whole lot of Ascension on a show called What's Next. I'd say the Ascension are more interesting than...
Oh, they're a bit more dynamic.
They got,
Fall of Man looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, the Fall of Man. Lit move. Bring it back. Fatal Influencer backstage. They're pretty pissed too. Oh no, sorry, they're not. Sorry, I'm thinking of the other groups in NXT Dark State. Fatal Influence. JC's pretty happy. She's got her championship match, and Fallon just won in the speed tournament, so she's advancing. And Laney says, "Yeah, well, I just got to do something," and walks off. And Fallon goes, "She knows what to do." And I was like, "What does she? I don't know what she's supposed to do, but she'll know what to do." We get a commercial for NXT in Minnesota, Green Bay, Chicago, and it had Sheamus on the cover of it.
Yeah, they said Sheamus is going to be there.
Sheamus and Otis and Big Head are all on this tour of NXT. So great. I thought I was like, whoa, what's going on? And then Vic is like, don't adjust your sets. Yeah, Sheamus is on tour with NXT. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
All right, who do you want to see Sheamus against?
Josh Briggs.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Big lads fighting.
Yeah.
They love to boot people in the face.
Sure. Yeah. I like
What else?
I mean, I was thinking he's going to go for the speed championship, isn't he? Otis will team with Hank and Tank. Oh, we should talk about Hank and Tank.
Oh, yes. New champs. Hank and Tank. Hank and Tank are what? The Noah
tag champions. And Inamura, I believe, beat Kenta as well. It's the
Look at that.
GHC.
Look at that.
Champion. Our boys.
One man's trash, another man's treasure. They left NXT after losing the titles to go win titles elsewhere. Inamura couldn't get the job done here. He didn't want to wear that vest. Goes over there and wins a title. Good for them.
He's been wearing a cowboy hat.
Yes, that's probably why he won. It's a good look for him, I think. You know what? I'm joking, but that's cool. Like Hank and Tank have definitely stepped up, and I think it was Dark State that really messed up their kind of run here. But I've been loving. I was recently in Japan, and I've been loving watching Hank and Tank's social media posts. They're like, "We've won the tag titles. It's time to celebrate," and they're at a McDonald's. It's like, you can take the Americans out of America, but you can't take America out of the Americans. But all the power to Hank and Tank. We go to Josh Briggs versus Tavion Heights. This match, everyone just wants to fight Josh Briggs. Maybe just everyone's trying to tell him that Halloween's over with that smoking skull thing. And he comes out and nails Tavion Heights right away as this match starts off. So he starts putting the boots to Tavion here. But Heights comes back with some side chain wrestling. Eventually, I think it's Briggs who's like trying to rip at the hair. It's not quite a Jerry curl, but it's like a bit of a like curly fro thing going on, a Corbin Blue kind of thing going on. And he's like ripping pieces of his hair off here.
Corbin Blue, that's a throwback.
Right? I knew you'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
He was the only one I could think of who had the similar.
Corbin Blue from High School Musical.
Yeah.
Has he done anything else?
No, but I know you love High School Musical.
No, I'm surprised you know who Corbin Blue is.
Fuck around, find out. You don't know. You don't know a lot about me. No. Briggs hits a boss man slam, not as good as Jasper Troy's earlier because it's only a 2 count. Tavion, again, with the chain wrestling, does a bunch of like gator rolls and trying to outmaneuver Briggs here, who's a lot bigger and stronger. There's these spot where he's like lifting him up in a fireman. His knees start to buckle, but eventually he gets him up. There's this headbutt from Briggs, which was pretty nasty, followed with these clotheslines. And then a series of boots from Briggs, and we've seen him win matches with the test like boot, but he connects with it twice to the face and goes for another one. But it's Tavion who comes out with this like belly to back or belly to belly suplex.
Well, he's Briggs strings himself up on the top rope with the third big boot, so he gets stuck and then gets caught with the belly to belly.
And Tavion Heights with the upset pins Josh Briggs, and I was pretty shocked. So was Vic. So was Book. Big win, I guess, for Tavion.
Yeah, there was a line here from Vic, which I I don't know if it quite came out how he wanted it, but Booker's basically saying like, Tavion should be listening to Briggs. He's a veteran. He's been here a while. And Vic basically goes, yeah, he's been here 4 years and is still here. Why should Tavion take advice from him? Which was kind of saying like, yeah, like he should be moved up by now. And so would you listen to him? I think it came off wrong, but yeah, I don't know. I like Tavion Heights. I can't say I see much in him as a singles performer. Like, he's definitely someone I look at and I go, yeah, I like some of your wrestling. I do like the Olympic style wrestling in general, big suplex guy and all that. But I can't see a place for him on the main roster. I at least see Briggs in a similar role on the main roster. You can see Briggs filling that Baron Corbin role or whatever. You know, I don't know what I see with Tavion above this. And I find Briggs a weird one to be jobbing at this stage
right now,
considering the lack of men in the top of your division. Like, we've just brought Oba Femi back because I guess it's like, well, we don't have main roster plans yet, and we're so threadbare in the men's division that I do question the amount of losses Josh Briggs has.
Yeah, it's almost like shit or get off the pot with them. And I think like he's finally found a groove with this heel role. Like the tag run is definitely where with him and Inamura was like, okay, at least there's some good wrestling. But character wise, when he turned heel is where he definitely found more of himself recently. So I don't know. He's someone who could fit on the main roster. He's perfectly fine wrestler. Just not sure what else is not
even as a heater for someone or something.
Yeah,
like I see more roles you can slot him in than a Tavion Heights.
Tavion, like, I don't hate him or anything, but every time I watch him wrestle in one of these like NXT matches, now granted they're not getting 3 minutes, they're getting maybe a bit more, but I'm never like that blown away.
No,
it's always like, oh, you have a cool belly to belly, but like, again, once you're pigeonholed into the like Olympic amateur wrestler, whatever wrestling background thing, it's just your gimmick and that's it. And then it's like boring, I guess. But
what are the Creeds doing right now? Are they injured?
Yeah, what happened to the Creeds?
Like, they just completely vanished.
Was it just social media?
What were they
in trouble? What was he? What was
were they stupid
again?
online or
wasn't the younger Brutus was reviewing Cheez-Its online, talking about people's bums or something?
Yeah, people have said worse.
Yeah, he didn't say anything necessarily like awful. He just really, I think he enjoys Cheez-Its and people's bums.
Okay, their last main roster appearance was in July.
Was that not like Rey Mysterio got hurt, right? With them.
Oh, I guess they were part of the they've been off pretty much since
Gable?
Since Gable's been out.
Right. Yeah. What happened to the Creeds?
Like, the men's tag, the Raw tag division needs teams. Like,
they've never won the belts yet, right?
They've been champs, I think.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember. Yeah. I think they had maybe. I don't know.
We go backstage and Miles is watching the last match with Ava, his friend Tavion. And he says that he's got a receipt for Trick after he was attacked by the chair. And Ava says, hey, can you not interfere in the match? And he goes, well, he's got another thing coming and I'm going to be waiting. She's like, wait, please do not interfere in this match. Get control of this place, Ava, please. She's like, please don't. This is when Ren comes in and starts talking to her when Kendall Gray shows up, the Evolve champ, and they start discussing Ren QCC. And Gray says that she thinks that it could work. She thinks that this crew every week is just like, this could work. This group, it could. We'll talk about it next week in a backstage segment.
What's funny is they're like, we need, two's good. We need a third one. For like the last 3 weeks, they've been hanging out with Carmen Petrovich, and she's just like
the karate master.
Yeah, and probably like, hey, what? I'm not in it.
Like, bring the karate master into your wrestling group.
Yeah,
would that make sense? Maybe because she's got a sword. Does anybody have a sword? Should be your catchphrase.
But yeah, hell of a slap from Laney.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Laney walks in. Almost forgot how this segment ended. Laney walks in and goes, "Hey, Kendall, slap!" And they get in a big scuffle. It's the not the Fallon Henley, but the Fatal Influence playbook of how to get a title shot.
Yeah.
So now Kendall Gray will put the title on the line against Laney Reed at Gold Rush. So that could be something. That could be good. I like Kendall Gray. We'll say every week we're like, this is someone they could potentially have a big star with. Hopefully.
And that slap did sound good from Laney.
Big old slap.
Me up a bit. But yeah, hopefully we'll get to see a bit more of these.
So we go to our main event of the evening, the last man standing match for the NXT Championship. The champion, Ricky Saints, defending against Trick Williams. Trick comes out with a kendo stick, or is it a kendo trick? And of course, Ricky's got some chairs. What did we say last week? Every time there's a plunder match in NXT, it's got the trash cans, the kendo sticks, and the chairs.
Yeah.
And what do we have tonight? It's, hey, that's what they're serving every week. These weapons in these matches. However, we'll give them credit. They were hitting each other with these things tonight. So definitely we saw some blood in this match from those things. So they hurt. We get a very nice attack from Trick. He's beating down. So earlier we saw Ricky got his ribs taped up from the attack from last week. So his ribs are taped up here, and Trick keeps attacking them. He takes a trash can to the gut. He takes a side kick to the face from Trick, and then he takes the kendo sticks and starts walloping Ricky in the gut and in the ribs. And like that kendo stick bent around him at one point. And then the second shot, the kendo stick just shatters, and then he takes it even a third time with the pieces, and he's just beating him down on it. Trick, very evil here. I like this side of Trick. He's hitting him with every weapon around, the trash cans, the pieces of it. Eventually, he like smacks Ricky in the face with the trash can, and you could even see
this
Trick
looked nasty.
Yeah, he straight up hit him in the face, and I think Ricky was already bleeding before this, but Trick nails him with a trash can, and I'm pretty sure the ref is like, hey, cut it out, and Trick is like, yo, can you ask him if he's okay? And then the ref is like, oh shit, and then the ref goes and Ricky's like, yeah, I'm fine, but like, dude hit him in the face with that trash can. So Ricky's bleeding in a few different places, I think on his head and his body, and then Trick continues down with the beatdown, but then it's Ricky who ringside does the run through the guardrail spot like we always see. Now both
Ricky puts this is the perch he goes crashing through.
No, before that
okay,
they do the other. Yeah, they got to do, if it's trash cans, kendos, and chairs, you got to do the guardrail spot, Goldberg, Brock Lesnar spot. So they do that spot at one point, and then now both of them are bleeding. Trick is just covered in blood at one point here, which was nasty. Trick gets speared by Ricky, but gets up at 8. And then they're fighting ringside near the commentary desk, and Trick grabs the ring steps and runs up it with this huge trick shot. I thought this looked awesome here. Ricky somehow gets up, but he's standing right in front of the perch, and this allows Trick to do this huge running thing kick right through the perch, the paper wall, that Ricky goes flying. I can't hear you.
Ricky wraps the chain around his neck because he's going to hit the spear with the chain and just kind of get sidestepped.
Hitting someone with a spear while wearing a chain around your neck. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's metal.
Heavy, I guess. Yeah, well, Ricky goes right through this thing. The ref starts counting. This is a last man standing match. So he's slowly getting up from going through the paper wall, but eventually he gets up, and now Trick grabs Ricky. He makes the count, so the match continues. They start fighting through the Performance Center crowd here, through the NXT universe, through the extras. They start fighting through the little crowd here, and you think they're just going to walk back down. But instead, Ricky Saints does this running, jumping spear off like the barricade, off the top where like some of the like bleacher things are. Both of these guys jumping, Ricky spearing Trick through the commentary desk. This was a very impressive spot here. And Trick cannot answer the 10 count. Therefore, Ricky Saints retains the NXT championship in a very violent Tuesday main event here. There was blood all over the place from these two guys. We always go off about the trash cans, kendo stuff, but maybe I like I've said earlier, we are kind of sadistic. Him literally hitting Ricky in the face with the trash can made me enjoy this match.
I mean,
a lot
there
better
were
than I have.
I didn't catch what caused Trick to bleed, but there were
Yeah.
both guys were busted open in this, and
Yeah.
it adds so much more to the match. And because this was like at first I was like, oh, okay, they're just doing a typical plunder match, and it just got a little bit more aggressive than your usual one. So I thought it by the end of the match, I thought they had a great finish with that spear through the table. I thought looked great to finish it. I thought by the end they had a pretty good match, and definitely better than their one they had on the PLE.
Oh yeah, by so many miles. Yeah, absolutely.
But it just, as you said, call it sadistic, but man, a bit of color like just adds so much more, because you just feel it then, don't you? You're watching going like, oh man, these guys are killing each other, rather than just, okay, they're whacking each other with the kendo stick.
Ricky like went through it in this match. Those kendo shots look like it hurt so much. And then think like Ricky was the one jumping off that thing to do that spear where they both went and crashed. But like, wow, that definitely must have hurt. But yeah, way better than their last match. This was easily the match of the night on this show. Definitely the highlight of this show was this match. And Ricky, I don't think we were thinking that he was going to lose. I did gloss over something earlier. It was Ricky with Tatum when Tatum came up to him. And Tatum says, I have to tell you something because I saw, and he goes, wait, sorry, Tatum, you need to go, and was pulled out of the thing. And Ricky was like, wait, what were you going to tell me? So it made you think as the viewer, what did Tatum see that she wanted to tell Ricky before this match? Something or someone that she saw. I think we all knew what was coming. Ricky's celebrating with the title as the music hits. Ooh. Oba Femi returns to NXT. The ruler's back. Ho. And we're out of time, folks. Good night.
Yeah, I mean, they cut this. Like, the photo I have on the screen now is from, like, WWE.com, but you did not see this image on TV because it was just the green lights. You pretty much saw his silhouette walking out, and the show ended because they cut it very fine. But yeah, maybe a bit of a shock. I think people kind of maybe saw Oba Femi moving up to the main roster. I guess we're getting Ricky Oba one more time. What do you think of Trick, though? This was pretty definitive for Trick. Because I was wondering if we were going to get a tease where it's Oba takes out both of them and they're both down for the 10 count and we set up a triple threat or something. But it seems maybe the direction is just the singles match, Ricky and Oba. And maybe it's time for Trick to move on.
Yeah, we were talking about like him and Kalani in that backstage segment. I mean, that could be a way to bring people onto the main roster with Carmelo. Obviously, the connection is there, like we said. I am a bit shocked of Oba Femi, but I do think WrestleMania, like, it's not WrestleMania season yet, but like once the Rumble hits, we are, and the Rumble's in like not that long. So it's like, I don't think outside of debuting people in the Rumble or Rumble spots, I don't think around this time is the best way. I think anything post-Mania is where you try new people and try new things. And I think that could work potentially. I don't see Oba beating Ricky for the title, but at least he's back. At least we have some, something to look forward to. I really didn't love Ricky's match with Oba, to be honest. It was just okay, but they could right the wrongs. I mean, if Trick and Ricky had a better match than the last time they did, maybe these two could do the same, but
It does feel, though, a lot of like the last year or so, just a lot of going round the same thing. You had the Javon Oba Trick thing that kept going round, and we might even circle back to at some point. And
we will.
It feels kind of similar now with Ricky and that, but as we said, that it's just lack of depth in this men's division.
Yeah, like we don't have anyone else, and we haven't brought in anyone. We haven't necessarily. Like we said, it looks like maybe Briggs was a project they were going to use as his heel, but he just lost clean to Tavion Heights. So like, what does that say? They probably don't have plans for that. So bringing Oba back makes sense for the next, what is it? Deadline?
Deadline
would be the next big one for NXT. So you'll have the Iron Survivor matches, and then you'll have the actual title match, I guess, which is Ricky and Oba one more time. clearly the direction. It was just funny though, because this match started at 7:40. Sorry, at 9:40, and it's a last man standing matches. So it's like part of the match is this like 1, 2, and then halfway through the match, this ref was like 1, 2, guys, get the fuck up. 3, 4, all right, and like they weren't doing like getting up at 8; they were just getting up at like 5 and 6. So the selling was questionable.
Not teasing it.
Yeah. The selling was very questionable in this match, and then finally, when Ricky wins, it's like, and look, Oba's back, dun dun, and then it just shows his shadow coming out, and then the show's over. And I was like, oh shit, okay, so we're out of time, fans. But you know what? I liked the last man standing match. That was pretty good. I don't know if this is the end for Trick in NXT. I haven't read anything we've been recording, but you would imagine he would get like a goodbye or something along those lines. But yeah, I liked that part of NXT. That was definitely my highlight. Some low points are the speed things. I could not give a shit about the speed tournament, both men's and women's. But we have some stuff for next week that looks pretty good. But what did you think?
Yeah, I thought the show moved pretty quickly today. I did like the main event. I'm kind of with you. Didn't really like the speed stuff. It was fine. But it's more setting up for Gold Rush. But I thought the main event definitely delivered this week.
So next week, Gold Rush in New York, we got Blake Monroe versus Sol Ruca for the NXT Women's North American Championship. We think Blake retains.
I think Blake, yeah.
The woman from hell helping her out possibly. Or Toni Storm. Someone dressed like that will help her maybe win. Maybe we get a Zarya, screws her over by accident or something. I'm not sure, because she said the one way to attack the heart.
Yeah.
Ethan Page and Chelsea Green versus Joe Hendry and Thea Hale. AAA mixed world tag title.
Oh, there's too much fun with Chelsea and Ethan with this. Like there's no need to put this on Thea and
absolutely
Joe.
Double champs for sure. Yeah. Canadians. Tatum Paxley is going up against JC Jane in a rematch for the NXT Women's Championship.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be JC.
Yeah, I kind of think it should go back to JC now after, like, I like Tatum winning. It's a great moment. Good for her. But if we go back to JC, we can go back to maybe on course of where we were going before. But I don't know. Yeah, we're both just pricks and picking the baddie to win here. But I do kind of think that's what's going to happen. Tag title match, NXT Championships. Dark State defending against Javon Evans and Leon Slater.
Oh, fuck.
The plus, you get to see Leon and Javon wrestle as a tag team. The negative, it's Dark State. So it's like, okay.
Yeah, I like these titles are hopping around, but I'd rather see them on Javon and Leon. Yeah. But maybe this is a longer program, and this could be the first match of it. So maybe not. I think Dark State for now.
Like, we need to go to Javon and Leon versus the Hardys.
Yeah.
If we go back to the Hardys being in NXT again. But like, that would be the big match to go to. Whereas Dark State, I think, would retain, but will eventually go to Javon and Leon Slater. I believe they're taping both weeks then.
Yes.
I guess next week, because we also have Zarya versus Fallon Henley for the Speed Championship. What do you think, Fallon Henley?
No, I think Zarya wins the Speed Championship.
Yeah, it makes more sense with the story with her.
And then there can be a jealousy thing with her holding Sol's title.
Knockouts Championship Triple Threat, Kalani Jordan, Jordan Grace, Li Ying Li.
Oh, Kalani.
Li Ying Li.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kalani retains for sure. But Li Ying Li being pinned for sure in this match. Jackson Drake versus Sean Legacy, Evolve Championship. I guess week 2 is the very weaker week.
Yeah. I mean, that could be good. I can't say I've seen much of Jackson Drake, but Sean Legacy's impressed when we've seen him. So that could be one of those sort of showcase matches that you're really not expecting anything from. And then you go, oh, shit, these guys are good.
And then Evolve Women's, Kendall Gray and Lainey Reed.
I think Kendall Gray, unless are we having Fatal Influence?
All the power,
gold, the prophecy.
What was it? Yeah, what was it? The prophecy from Undisputed.
Yeah,
and then
we could have that. We could have Lainey, Fallon, and JC all as champions.
Yeah, a fatal prophecy. Book it. There you go. So we will be talking about NXT next week, some way, shape, or form. I'll try not to spoil and read ahead, as we like to, keep things fresh and stuff. But I know some of our listeners are going down to the MSG Theater, right? That this is at. So if anyone's going, would love any live feedback or comments or whatever. Our DMs are always open, and appreciate any live perspective while we're there. Do we have any feedback from tonight?
Let's have a look. We have one piece of feedback from Megan, who says, the last man standing match blew Trick and Ricky's match at Halloween Havoc out of the water. Considering the time restraints of network TV and Oba's shocking return getting cut off sucked. And if he's sitting out of this Cena Invitational, it'll be ridiculously stupid. Oba and Trick did it all. JC2, more on her below. I mean, I wouldn't have put Oba in the Cena tournament unless he's winning it. And Oba shouldn't be Cena's last match. And I also feel like if you don't have main roster plans with these people yet, keep them here.
Yeah,
right? Like
exactly.
It's, rather than just waste them. So I don't know. Sorry, he goes on. Gold Rush got loaded up in these 2 hours. There's more juice if Izzy and Tatum battle over the women's title. JC winning it back does nothing for me. And the opening promo leaned into Tatum's naivety. She's got to use her head for a change. The majority of the next couple of weeks are relatively in-house. It would have been cool if Santana worked this show being from New York. I guess Impact will reveal what else TNA's going to do there. Their radio silence is deafening. Yeah, they haven't taped anything, have they, since Bound for Glory?
Well, they did their biggest show, one of their biggest shows ever, and then just
better take a break.
They were like, we out, we gone, we done. It was, bad moves, I guess. I didn't notice, but I'm sure people did that they didn't do new content for this past few weeks, but maybe it's all because they're working on the fine print to just sell to WWE. Is that not where it's gonna just lead to? Yeah, same like WWE's TNA, we'll have an agreement. What is part of the agreement? Our stars become your champions. Okay, cool. Noah, we have this agreement. Oh yeah, what's the agreement? Our stars become champions. AAA, we have this agreement. AAA, they just straight up bought.
AAA's theirs, yeah.
Still, well, Gold Rush next week. Looking forward to some of these matches, especially week 1. Looking good with some of that stuff. We will be talking about it. If you like what you hear, again, check out our latest Poisonrana Live from Sunday. We were talking all about some AEWs, Blood and Guts, War Games, Raw, SmackDown, and so much more. And we have tons more on our patreon.com/Poisonrana. Check out all the other shows. Our GoldenEye review coming out. Champ is here, episode 13. So many retro wrestling shows. Was next, going back with the retro NXT reviews and so much more. And we will be in New York for Full Gear weekend. So we'll have some Snap-Ranas and so much more. But I believe we're going to go live this Sunday at 2 p.m.
Yes.
With a new Poisonrana, we're going to chat all about Blood and Guts. That takes place tomorrow night, Wednesday. So we'll hear all about that, but we'll also preview Full Gear for the weekend after that, and a little bit of SmackDown. We'll see who the mystery people are in the John Cena tournament, and so much more.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone out there, for listening here at UpNXT and Post Wrestling. Can't do it without the postmarks and the NXT friends. Appreciate everyone out there. And our DMs are always open. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is you use, go give us a follow and check out all the other stuff that we do. But we'll be live Sunday, 2 p.m. That is it. That is all. Take care. Goodbye. Be safe. And oh shit, are we live? Are we live
we're
right
not.
now?
It's still. I don't know how to end this
live right now?
because it doesn't show we're live. So I might just destroy my laptop and hope it ends the feed somehow. But yes,
we live. We're all alive.
We all are.
Laugh.
Yeah.
Love. Bye.
We'll see if we can post the audio somehow.
Bye.
Ahoy!
We live?
Like I legit don't know how.
You
to
can't end the show. You're gonna go live forever. Fight forever. But seriously though, end the show.